going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm out here on Lake Anna. It is an absolutely beautiful sunny day, and hopefully we'll be able to catch a few fish. So I want to share in this video my #1 way of catching fish out here on Lake Anna this summer. And you should be able to carry it over to pretty much any lake across the country, especially when you're experiencing these high water temps. Right now I'm looking at 86.7. It's still warming up a little bit, but the water's been in the high 80s to low 90s here, and it's grouped the fish up really well, and the bite has been unbelievably fun. I'm gonna share with you guys how I've been catching these fish, and hopefully we'll be able to put a few in the boat. But before we do that, I need to give a huge shout out to my friends over at English Choice. They are my #1 sponsor. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them, so please click the link down in the description below. Go check them out for anything fishing and boating related. Whether you want a brand new boat, a pre-owned boat, you want to sell your boat, or you just need some service done, they are the place to go. So right now they actually have some end of year sales for their leftover 2026 models, and a little birdie told me that they have 4 more Triton 20 XPs just like the rig that I'm running. You can save up to $8,300 right now if you click the link down in the description below and go check out AnglishChoiceMarine.com. Huge thanks again to English Choice, and let's go catch some fish. All right, let's go. That's not good. Weird. Striper? Larchie? Just dead striper out here. And there's another one up there too. Strange. I know most of the time when we think of summer fishing, we're thinking dragging a big jig, early top water, throwing a drop shot, finesse stuff. Now that definitely plays on certain days, but there is another bite that you can find when the water gets really hot that is incredibly fun and fast, and it's right here. I've got a few here. There's a couple of schools, not mega schools that I can tell yet, but these fish, I believe, are just jumping point to point. They're suspended, they're in huge schools, and they're just corralling bait around or waiting or looking for bait. And these fish in here are chasing blueback herring, and then we also have gizzard shad, but I'm looking for the really big schools of fish that are suspended on main lake points, generally the big long flat points, and just burning this fluke right over top of their heads and getting them to react and come up and smoke it. It is one of the most fun bites that I've been on, and it's incredibly productive. You can do this without forward-facing sonar as well. If you're using 2D, or if you have no graph at all, you can jump these main lake points and just fish them really quickly. Like, pull your fluke out and you're just gonna burn it and pause across the whole point, maybe spend 5 minutes until you catch one, and then that'll tell you if the fish are there or not. Nothing special about this fluke setup. I'm fishing it on a spinning rod. This is a 7-foot medium X Pride from Shimano. 10-pound braid to 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I'm using a 4/0 Gamakatsu EWG. Now the only thing I do to this is I will take some pliers and bend this section up just a little bit so it sits like this on the fluke. I'm not worried about it getting snagged on anything, and I think it makes the hookup ratio better. You can see how this is flat on with the line tie. I like to bend this little section right here up just enough so it's like barely pointing up. And I know it's kind of weird, like, who wants to bend their hooks out? It doesn't affect the hook, like, it's not gonna hurt it, and it will definitely bring your hookup ratio and land ratio higher. I literally just push it all the way through so it's sitting like that. I want that hook point to be pointing upwards a little bit, and they usually will just pin themselves. You don't really have to set the hook into them, you just reel and lean. It's kind of hard to get a hook set because they hit it coming at you full speed. So when I'm moving across these points, I'm gonna see single fish just swimming around. Sometimes I'll cast at them if they're high up in the water column, but most of the time I'm just gonna keep cruising. Like, you're casting at every mark that you see, it's going to slow you down so much. And it's more important to move around until you find a group, because it's easier to get the group to bite, because it's like a straight up competition. I'm also not spending too much time casting on groups of fish that don't want to bite. If you feel you got 2 good casts through them and they don't react or eat, just keep going, because you'll find some that will. Those are dead. You can always slow down a little bit, throw a drop shot through there, or an urchin or something like that. But when you're on this bite and it's good, it's worth it just to keep going and find another school, because you will find other schools. I haven't thought about it. Here we go. Oh wow. Here they come. That's a good one. Feels like it's actually got some weight to it. It was just hooked funny. Just an angry fish. Just an angry one. Awesome. Little guy, probably a 12-incher. So it's kind of counterintuitive, especially when you're watching it on the forward-facing screen. It seems like, why don't I just drop this bait closer down to the fish, or use a jig head minnow and get it close to them and just bring it over their head? Sometimes that does work, but what I've found this summer, they want that bait 5 to 10 feet up above them and flying as fast as it can go. Like, that's the only way to get them to bite. You can get them to interact with other baits, minnow, drop shot, things like that, but it's almost like they don't want to be spoon fed. If you get it too close to them or something moving too slow, they'll follow it and they'll chase it all the way to the boat 1,000 times. But to get them to actually bite, you have to implement that super quick, fast burning action. So to give you guys a visual representation of what I'm looking at, you can see this point, big main lake point that dumps out into the main channel out this way, but it's really flat. Like, this is way off the bank. And basically what I'm doing, I'm positioning myself downwind from it, and I'm gonna come up behind it and fish along this, we'll say 15-foot depth. I'll get the boat right up onto the side of the point, and I'll just scan the flat piece of the top. We're gonna do it kind of quick too, and just constantly moving, looking around for big groups, just scanning and panning. All right, that wasn't a good stop, but we fished it quick, saw some fish. It just wasn't exactly what we were looking for, so keep going. Pulled up in the mouth of a creek. We're gonna fish a couple secondary points. They're still basically main lake points, but a little bit more out of the wind. I just want to see if having this lighter breeze is going to help with getting those fish to bite, which I think it will. And we're on another point. That's pretty much all we're doing. We're just jumping point to point to point, looking for these groups of fish, fishing really fast, and looking for those aggressive bites. Yeah, there's a couple there. What do you think? Think they'll bite? I think they'll bite. Yep. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's how they're supposed to do it. It's a striper? Stripey bull? Oh my god, what just happened? Did I have 2 fish on it? I'm so confused. Oh, nice thick one. That's what we're looking for, boys. That was insane. I don't know if that fish tried to eat the fluke out of this fish's mouth, but it felt, something jarred my line really hard right there. That's a solid 2 3/4 pound fish. Very cool. One other thing I want to say is normally when you get on a spot like this and you see a bunch of fish or a big group, I'll try to catch as many as I can. Normally with the fluke deal, since you're pulling so many of the fish, you can only get 2 or 3, sometimes a few more, but they'll pull off of the spot. The fish will get kind of weird sometimes too and stop biting. I was talking to my buddy McCluskey the other day, and he said that you can slow down and like drag a Carolina rig through there and get a few more. In general, what I've been doing is just moving so fast I don't even want to slow down. I'm like, I'll go to the next spot and try to find another group like this and catch 2 or 3, 4 more. That one was a decent one though, and there were some bigger ones down there as well. So such a fun bite. They eat that fluke like topwater. There we go. That looks beautiful. Look at them all on the graph. Oh my God. It's crazy. Don't do it. That's how it usually works. You show up to a spot, find the fish, first cast, you get them to fire. Out of the grass. How cool was that? Ooh, hello. Real solid one. That was awesome. Look at that. Toad. Man, what happened to your tail, buddy? So fun. See ya. It's addicting. So freaking fun. How fat that one is. It's awesome. Alright guys, that's where I'm going to leave this one off. If you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the description below. I try to answer every comment and message that I get to the best of my ability. But really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go out and find some schooling fish and rip a fluke over their head. It is so much freaking fun. Thank you so much for watching. Please click that subscribe button for me. We'll see you guys on the next one.